Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to Chippy's Couch. Today we return for a little more Thorium. In today's episode, well, we've got some exploring to do, and that's because in the last episode we managed to take down the Queen Bee and also Skeletron, which now means the dungeon is ripe for some looting. Yeah, that's right, and I believe that there are a couple of bard items that we can actually find in the dungeon, because as we all know, this series has slowly devolved into a bit of a bard experiment, because here we are, we're playing master mode, and we're also enjoying all the ups and downs and the enjoyment of the bard class. So yeah, welcome back. Hope you've all been well. Have you been good? How have you been in the past 24 hours since I last saw you? I know it's not been very long. It feels strange to be like, what have you been up to? It's only been a day. But what have you been up to? Actually curious. So, oh, I guess one thing we probably should do, we should probably mine this meteorite, because it has been sat here undisturbed, and we do have vein miner, which makes it incredibly easy just to mine it all like this. Look at that, it's glorious. All right, why isn't this in vanilla Terraria? It would be the most satisfying thing you've ever seen. But for real, I understand it. But also, I love vein miner. I do. I'm a big fan. Okay, so let's smelt this up, and we'll first see what we can do with this. Well, actually, we don't even need to smelt it. We'll take a little look at this. So these are the meteorite bars, and here's all the things it can make. It can make the meteorite oboe, which is 23 symphonic damage. Also gives you resource grab range 1. That's pretty cool. It makes a summoning weapon in hard mode as well. Terrarium cores, which are like right at the very end of the game. Also, I said terrarium, not terrarium. And Senex is loving it. I just outed myself. And there's also a meteor mask. So let's make the oboe. Why not? So I finally got around to enabling the setting in the Thorium mod, so that now it should actually say what weapon types are. So string instrument, wind instrument, percussion, brass, string. So now there's no more guesswork, and I can be a little bit more in tune with the actual types themselves, because as we get into hard mode and we start getting more accessory slots and such, I think we're going to have more chance to actually like start making some of the specific accessories that are like, oh, you want to improve the wind instruments? Let's go for it. So yeah, it's going to be easier to track from now on. So let's have a little look at it in action. That's pretty cool. So it's like a piercing shot with a little meteorite boulder. Releases a flaming earworm that infects hit enemies. The affected enemy will constantly release damaging astral clouds. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think today, the big thing is going to be the bongos. I feel like the bongos are going to be the bomb.com. Now, we do have a couple of other little maintenance things to get done today, because I still want to be on a bit of a quest to gather the master mode items. So today, I'm going to try and make it a mission to farm out the queen jellyfish and also Viscount, so that we can see the pets. Now, very quickly, I want to address a very common comment, which I've kind of already spoken about, but I've spoken about it, but I keep falling into the trappings of not doing it. And I think people that maybe haven't watched that episode yet, because listen, like, these episodes are really long. I don't expect people to stick around for 30 minutes every day. And on average, it shows that people watch for 50% of every episode. And that statistic, every episode, doesn't matter the length, 50%. There's something about the midpoint of an episode. I don't know what it is, but I'm actually curious. And if you have an answer why you maybe dip halfway through, let me know, because I'm actually curious. Anyway, not letting the inspiration regen all the way. So I do know that you are meant to let it regen all the way, much like you would the mage class. And it is something that I actively try and do, but when I'm in a fight, it's not that I forget, it's just that I'm kind of just eager to get the damage out when I want it to. So for example, during Skeletron yesterday, I wanted my damage to be while the fight was actually in its spinning phase with the head. But you'd see most of the time, my inspiration wasn't ready. But I'd still take a couple of shots because it felt like that was the most appropriate time to get some damage in, rather than waiting for it to regen and then missing all my shots because it wasn't, you know, in a nice simple AI. And that's my logic behind it. But I know that it's annoying to watch me do it. but also think that I'm not aware of it. So yeah, so that's what's been going on with that. But that is definitely the top comment of the last episode. So yeah, just wanted to acknowledge it. And yeah, I know that WikiGang comes from a place of love. I do get it. So like right now, for example, it does regen faster if I just let it go all the way. But I try and balance it sometimes because I'm kind of like, well, if I kill these enemies, maybe I'll get a fragment and then I can just keep firing anyway. So that's kind of my logic behind it. Right, we need to keep an eye on chests in here because we're already getting keys, which is kind of sick. So this is a what chest? I'm guessing a thorium specific one. So I don't know whether we're going to be collecting bones or items from chests specifically, but I'm already thinking it's going to be a pretty chill episode actually looting here because already our damage is not bad. I'm going to take our potions that we have from yesterday just to keep it going, just to make it easier and brighter and faster. But we'll see. So we've got the handgun, the high tide. It's a mage weapon. Very cool. One day I will redo Thorium and I'll play as a vanilla class. But I'm always so attracted to Bard. Like, I like it. I love it, even though I've been knocking it a little bit. And it only kind of dawned on me yesterday why I think I'm having little issues with it. And I think the reason is because we're playing Master Mode. And I don't think it was... well, this is the first time the mod's been out in 1.4. So it's kind of more balanced around Expert Mode. Now, I'm sure they've done some tweaking. But to what extent, I don't actually know. So let's try this oboe out. That wasn't bad. So you could see then that the little meteorites were knocking into the other enemies. That's pretty cool. I'm going to take this so that we can make better potions if we ever have to make them. Because you never really know, right? Because here's the thing. Buying potions, very expensive. It's a pricey ordeal. So are we always going to be able to buy them? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So we've got the shadow key as well. That's a good item because I assume that there's probably a thorium item that you can get from shadow chests. So I'm glad I've got that. But yeah, I don't know specifically what I'm looking for. But I do assume that there's probably something we can make with... Oh my god, that Minotaur's so fast. Get out of here, Minotaur. I assume there's something we can make out of bones. Is it still down there? Where is it gone? It's disappeared. All right. Let's have a little look at the bones. Wait till we kill these two. You're gonna be high alert in a dungeon. You can't like just not focus for a second because if you don't focus, you get sideswiped by like one of those spikes that go around the map. So what's this? A Bone Reaper, healer class, fancy. Another shadow key, more buffs. That's good. Right. So let's have a little look then, and see what it makes. Bones make a lot of things because they're made into pianos. You got the spinal tap, but here we go. Bone trumpet. So this is made out of dark steel ingots, which I don't know how to get yet. And it's made out of bones. I think the bone trumpet is going to be a fun weapon. There's this, the Calaverus, maybe? So this is spirit droplets. So these drop from Illusionists and Curse Skulls. Okay. Let's have a look at the Dark Steel. So this drops from Dark Steel Knights. Oh, so we already have one. Interesting. And Dark Steel can be made from spikes and bones. Now that is good to know. These are healer class weapons. This is a summoning weapon. We got some of the vanity outfits. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I only just actually paid attention to this sprite. And it looks good. I'm actually a very big fan. So today, there might be increased sounds of the grand construction of the road. Because as I look out the window, it looks like they're building the road right now. And as has been a common occurrence around here, and I don't know why, the builders don't close the road. People are driving on it during the construction. Do these people not care about their tires? What are they doing? The day they started laying the path, a postman walked straight in it and has left tarmac everywhere, or whatever it is they use. I think it's tarmac. so it's not great, but it is what it is. But yeah, the road is getting ever closer to the house. So yeah, construction noises are increasing. Maybe we'll even get a cameo from Atari as Atari barks at the construction men. We shall see if that is a thing. But yeah, today is going really well. I'm really enjoying it. It's been a very chill day so far. Courtney's working out of the temporary office again, so I'm kind of chilling with Atari today. It's really nice. It's actually really good. So she's going to be doing that until Thursday, which is pretty cool. Tonight though, she's off for a big work meal, and I'm actually very jealous. Now I was going to make beef stew tonight. So like put it all in the slow cooker, you know, get some carrots, some potatoes, some onion in there, you know, a bit of tomato puree, some beef stock, all that, slow cooked steak. Cannot be bothered. Like, I'm just going to order food and it's going to be great. Oh, so here we go. So we got one of these new crafting materials. This is good. The spirit droplets. So we'll have to keep an eye out for those cursed skulls then, because that guitar-looking weapon looks actually sick. Okay, right. I think it's a good time now to head back home and to deposit some of the stuff that we've got. We'll keep out the dark steel ingots and we'll keep out the spirit droplets, but anything else, let's just get rid of for a bit. Now, can we make a weapon out of the bones yet? I don't think we can. But actually, what we could probably do now is make the ingots, the dark steel ones, because we did get all the stuff for it. So let's make a couple. Then let's look at weapons. And let's see if I can find it. Was it the skull trumpet that we could make? Yeah, it was. The bone trumpet. So here it is. 39 symphonic damage. Releases an incredibly startling doot. Player empowers player with the bonus attack speed too. Okay. So let's have a little look at it in action. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's piercing. And it looks sick. Yeah, that's amazing. So 39 compared to 22 compared to... Wow, these bongos are actually really good. They're better than I thought they'd be. Okay, right. It's back to the dungeon. Ooh, okay. So a peculiar mirror has popped up. So let's talk to it. Before you sits a rather strange mirror. Something seems to be calling out from it. Touch. Okay. Oh gosh. No. Is this like a mini boss? What? I was not prepared for this. Oh, it's the Illusionist. No way. Wow. Okay. So that's the thing we saw a moment ago. Now I'm wondering, Illusionist, will you please teleport up here? I bet you will. Or I'm hoping you will. Please. Teleport. I don't want to fight you. Oh, gutting. Fair enough. But I knew full well if I was to fight it at the bottom of there, we were going to die. So, that's cool, though. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that. So that's something I've never seen before in the Thorium mod. And I wonder... Yeah, it is. It's a mini-boss. Randomly appears in the dungeon. Oh, gosh. I feel... Well, I mean, you got to learn somehow, but I feel bad for wasting the opportunity. But I imagine another one will spawn in. That was cool, though. That was cool. To just get a mini-boss, like, just randomly... That's kind of sick. So I feel like what we'll have to do is we'll have to come back with proper potions and such and give that a proper go. For now, though, my main focus is, yeah, just getting the Cobalt Shield, which is always the focus. It is. But the Cobalt Shield actually is... It's a banger, right? Okay. So we have a second chance here. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of these spikes. And then hopefully that will give us an area to like kind of land on and get some shots in. Because I imagine what we're going to have to do is hit, move away, regen, come back. So let me think about this. Let's go with the trombone. Okay. And we'll buff up whatever buffs we've got. Alright, so the Illusionist has gone down here. Great. I would love if the Illusionist would teleport. So his little mirrors. Oh, there you go. So he does teleport. You have to keep firing at him. Okay. This is like such a bad spot to fight, but it is what it is. You got to make do. So I'm wondering, do you have to beat the mirrors to actually deal like real damage? Oh no, okay. So I'm actually looking at the boss health bar now. So it looks like we're dealing good damage anyway. But what are the mirrors for then? Like if you can't deal... Or maybe... Okay, so maybe you kill the Illusionist and the mirrors are like things you have to fight afterwards. Kind of like, I'm trying to think of the boss. Like Leviathan in Calamity or Slime God. Do you know where there's like a little orb that follows the fight and you've got one part and the second part? Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So now we move on to potentially part 2. Oh my gosh. There's 2 Illusionists. What is this? Wait for the thing to regen. Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. It hits hard when it hits, though. So I don't know which one to go for. Is there a real one? Is there a fake one? We'll find out. Okay, well, that one hasn't got a boss health bar. So I'm guessing that's the fake one. And this is the real one. Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Okay. So let's keep going. Okay, so that one's now not taking damage. So let's see. Is this one taking damage? Yeah, okay. So I was fighting the fake version for a little while there. Try and ignore that. Okay, they're both together now. This is good. Okay. All right, so maybe part 3? Is there going to be 3 of them? No, okay, it's still 2. But one of these is the real one. No, there is 3 of them. Great. Awesome. Whoa, okay. Okay, wait for my inspiration to regen. Okay. This one's the real one. Oh my gosh, it's like a... I'm guessing this is inspired by the cultists, and I actually kind of love that, because it's so thematic in the dungeon, isn't it? Okay, keep it going. And there we go. The enigmatic illusionist shatters into pieces. Wow. That was so sick. That was really cool. Just to have like a random thing like that, how sick was that? So what do we get? We got the Mage Hand. Uses 4 mana. Allows you to control a Mage Hand which can pick up an enemy, town NPC, or items around itself. Cannot interact with objects when too far away. Okay, so let's click on this enemy. Oh. Oh my gosh. What? That is so sick. So if we had the mana, we could use that to say, like, move an NPC who's in front of a chest. It's Thorium's version of Fly Meal. That is cool. What else did we get? The Scrying Glass. Increases your max number of sentries. Pressing the accessory ability key will toggle an increased range of view. Cool. What's this? We got the Glass Shard, equipable. That Illusionist was a well-known prankster. Summons a mischievous mirror to follow you around. So let's have a little look at that. Cool. Also, I turned off the zombie hand because he was in the thumbnail. So he needed to be gone. Really sick. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to go back and dump everything at home because once again, we're kind of full. That was cool, though. Hey, there we go. Right. So we got the... Oh, my gosh. Please. Oh, no. Oh, that's a bad death. Anyway, we got the Cobalt Shield. That's all I need. Because I don't think I'm going to use summons. So I don't need a bewitching table. I can't believe that. That's bad, isn't it? I've been a little clumsy today in the dungeon. I've had a fair few deaths, to say the least. So let me go grab it, and then I think for the rest of the episode, I'm going to be refarming the Thorium fight. So yeah, as I promised, I want to check out those Master Mode drops. Alright, so there we go. We did that one on the first attempt. We did not get the pet, but let's see if we got the Bard weapon. We did. The Rambling Sonar Cannon. Propels? What am I doing? Propels an echoing sound screech. Coming into contact with its echo increases your symphonic damage briefly. Cool. Alright, awesome. Let's have a little look. Oh, fancy. Yeah, so it's like it's its own attack. That's cool. Do we give it a good reforge? I think no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, I'm going to do round number 2 and just keep going until we get this this pet. Right, so I ended up doing 4 fights against Viscount and unfortunately did not get the Master Mode item. And then I was like, well, I'll do Queen Jellyfish for a while. And even from that, I did not get the item. Now, it's a blood moon. Got to wait a whole night. So I'm kind of over the idea of farming for the Master Mode items. Now, I feel fine saying this because it was my suggestion. Yeah, I've come to realize, I don't know if it's modded Terraria in particular, I'm just not really into farming all that much. So I'm going to treat it as, if we get the Master Mode item, that's cool. If we don't, no sweat. But I would like to try and get the Bard weapon that maybe drops from a boss. So like with Viscount, for example, I'm really glad we got that extra weapon. But then other than that, you know, I don't think I'm too bothered. Mainly because when it comes to pets as well, like you can only have 1 pet at a time. So unless there's like a really sick mount, Yeah, I think I'll skip on it, but we'll see. Right, so anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching and joining me so far, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Hope you're well, wash your hands, stay safe, and chicken run too.